What's going on, guys? It's your boy Madcrownxox, and today I am doing what I promised I said I would do yesterday. I'll be doing pretty much my thoughts on all the anime I've watched throughout this whole entire year, but never got a chance to review. I'll be talking about the details, comparing it to the manga or any other source material, and the pros and cons. Now, the first one I decided to do is number one, Akiba's Trip, the animation. Now, this one is a very infamous one, whether you like it or you don't. And the reason why I say this is that this is a very unique one. And why is because the English dub came out at the same time that the Japanese sub did. And that's very rare. It's showing that Funimation is starting to get more frequent when it comes to their dub releasing, and people thought this was an improvement. So because of this, this anime got a lot of attention by a lot of people. So, as you can see on the surface, it's called Akiba's Trip. But if you actually move the words around a little, well, that little comma out the way, it's actually Akiba's Trip. Because, it's based off a game, pretty much. You can play on the PS3, the Vita, and of course the PS4 is where you play this male character and you work with a lot of waifus. And you pretty much strip people's clothes off to save Akiba from these wannabe vampires. However, the anime also does something very similar, but yet very different. The main character is a guy named Tomatsu. He is already graduated from high school, but he is a NEET/otaku. He doesn't know what to do with his life but to enjoy himself in Akihabara and all the otaku culture. He meets a girl named Mao, and pretty much his life is being turned upside down. He is now one of the bug ones, but more advanced one. He's no longer allowed to become butt naked, because if he does, he will die. Pretty much he's like some kind of weird vampire. Now, this anime has been loved because it's hilarious, it shows a lot of references, and shows what it means to be an otaku, while it's also hated because the etchiness and people for some reason claim for it to be encouraging pedophilia, even though majority of the characters are already out of high school. Like, I think the little sister is the only one who's still in high school, but she's 17 years old. So yeah, that's what's up there. So, this anime may not would have been one of the best anime that came out during this time. I believe it was fall. This anime came out fall of 2016. It wasn't the best, but however, to me, it was one of the most important of fall 2016, and here is why. Lately, the anime American community always have some bit of ignorance that's being shown about it. And one of the main ones is defining the word otaku. As you can see, most anime fans will say there are otaku, then there are normal people. Who are normal people? So there are normal people who are people who don't watch anime or read manga or play video games, but instead they're popular or there's something else. That's the average mind point of almost every American anime fan in this country. However, they couldn't be far wrong from the points. The thing I love about Akiba's Trip, the animation, more than I do about the video game, that it actually focuses on the city and what it means to be an otaku, unlike the game. The game, don't be wrong, is fun, it's creative, I love the atmosphere, and I love the gameplay, but there's not much story to it, nor are you really getting to knowing the meaning of what it means to be an otaku. It's just really a beat-em-up waifu simulator. The anime, however, focuses on all kinds of ways of what it means to be an otaku. For instance, episode 2 shows people who love military technology. Those who are just obsessed with all forms of things that the military has to offer. Even though they themselves never been inside of the military a day in their lives, they are completely obsessed and fascinated with the way how the military runs stuff. So in a way, they're considered otaku. And as you can clearly see, there's no love for anime, manga, or video games, or computers, but instead it is military technology. Another good example of this is a show called Obunagun, a show about people having e-genes. They get it from geniuses from the past. And the main character girl is pretty much, she is obsessed with military technology. And one part within the anime, she is looking out the window out of the helicopter, looking at all the tanks on the ground. And of course, one of the other characters say she must be one of the otakus. And as you can clearly see, she is not looking at anime. She's not looking at manga. She is not looking at video games. She is looking at military technology. But she is still considered an otaku, because in the end of the day, what it means to be an otaku is someone who's very, very active within their hobby or something that they like. That is what it means to be an otaku. For instance, say I use an example of a father who is in his mid-40s. He has a family, the 2 kids, a wife, a dog, a 2-story house, the 2 cars, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't watch anime, he don't watch manga, or play video games. But however, he is obsessed with football. He never played football a day in his life, well, professional or even school football. But however, he has a whole entire room dedicated to his most favorite team ever. Say the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is my favorite team. He has autographed t-shirts and photos, he has trophies and tickets, all that stuff that he's collected throughout the years. A whole entire room dedicated to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, in your question, you might ask, Matt, how this guy is an otaku? Well, my friend, it's simple. Just look at his room. Look at his hobby and habit. This dude watches the Pittsburgh Steelers every single time they come on and play, just like I do. And nonetheless, he is still considered an otaku because he is obsessed with his hobby. He is obsessed with the thing that he does. And that's what it means to be an otaku. It doesn't just mean you have to like media entertainment. You can also be a otaku, for instance, being a foodie. You're someone who just loves trying any kind of food out there. And you vlog it and you text it to your people. And they're called foodies, but they're also can be in a category of otakus. Because they're completely obsessed with food. And I can go for a lot of other things as well. As people who, in the show of Akiba's Trip, the animation, they were pretty much building up PCs, and that's all they cared about. They were still considered otakus. There are people who are into video games, of course, that's considered as being an otaku. What I'm trying to say is that anyone can be an otaku as long as you have that giant obsession with that certain thing. You can become an otaku. You can be an otaku when it comes to drawing. You can be an otaku when it comes to sewing, knitting, anything. You have to have an extreme passion and obsession with it. That's what makes you an otaku. So that's the reason why I love about this anime. It shows you different ways that people can become otakus. And I believe it's something that a lot of American anime fans need to think about lately. For some reason, we're always trying to segregate ourselves from everybody else. We want to feel special for some reason. We want to be the ones like, no, we're different because we watch anime, so the world doesn't understand us. But sorry to say, that's not exactly how it works. Anyone can be an otaku, ladies and gentlemen, and I mean anyone. You just need to have a strong perception or a burning passion for that hobby. And for me, yeah, I do watch anime, but I'm more of a manga guy. I like to read manga more than I like to watch anime. I do draw and I do play video games and stuff, and yeah, I myself am an otaku, and I can completely agree with that. So that's just something to give you guys to think about lately. Well, anyway, besides that, it was a very good anime, by the way. Nothing really special to it, no strong character sequence, but however, comparing to the video game storyline, I would say that the Akiba's Trip anime is way better than the video game, and that's very rare. How many times can you say where the anime adaptation is way better than the video game? How many times do you say that? Little to none, really. Because in the video games, it was more focused on the gameplay and the waifu simulators. You try and pick out which girl you have to get the perfect ending for that girl. Where within the anime, it was focusing on a guy who already had his love interest, and they already have these set of characters that are way more and better fleshed out than the ones in the video game. So I would actually like to recommend this to people, actually. It's a very good anime, a very good, strong point of what it means to be an otaku. The story itself isn't that strong, but however, it's still there, it's still interesting. It's in the background, because most of the times it's more episodic episodes, if you could get my drift. It's like every day, Tomatsu is trying to get into some form of culture within being an otaku, or become loving idols, or being a butler, or even just becoming a video game expert. He does it all and it's beautiful. So yes, I highly recommend Akiba Strip. The animation is a very fun anime. It was funny. And to give you a special treat, at the end of every show, the outro is different, which is sponsored by a different band. So yeah, there's something else to look forward to. So anyways, tell me, if you guys have watched this anime. Tell me, what do you think about it? And if you haven't, I would like for you guys to give it a try. It's a very good anime. That's all I got for this video. I hope to see you guys next time. This is Madcrownxox, signing out.